on, everybody? Good to see you all. Not a political comment, but there's like one hot topic I want to jump into. Like, it's really important to me. I think it's really serious and needs discussed. Cannibalism. Let's talk about it. Does cannibalism need to be legalized? Probably not. Do I think like if implemented correctly and we use like cannibalism in our society properly, like it might benefit us towards like a better human future? Also no. That being said, like as soon as society crumbles, I'm eating people. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm gonna eat somebody. It's gonna be awesome. I'm a big Hannibal Lecter fan, one of my favorite characters of all time. But the fact that like I sing about eating people shows that I could never be Hannibal Lecter, you know what I mean? Like, he's sitting there smooth, cool, collected, listening to classical music, everything's so precise and to the T, and I'm like, Chili's baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. Ooh, needs more pepper. I don't know, there's a lot of conversations we're having as a society, a lot of changes going on, a lot of discussions that I think are like really great for us to be having. One of my favorites of these discussions, people are finally like really excited to talk about eating ass. They're pumped, I'm pumped. I'm fucking thrilled, like finally I'm no longer on the outside. Really just a conversation I can get behind, you know? I'm a father. Father to a beautiful 9-year-old big boy, little boy, great kid. I love that he's 9 now. He and his friends are like starting to have personalities. I love like hearing them talk amongst each other, like except for when it's about Fortnite, because I'd rather hear anything fucking else. Dude, fuck that shit. But when they're together, I love hearing the lingo they try to use and stuff. Like recently, him and a couple of his friends started using the word booty as an adjective. And they you just have to piece together what they mean based on like context clues. You know, like we got out of a movie a few weeks ago, and it was Hotel Transylvania. Well, that came out so long ago, so this is clearly an old joke. Such an old joke. But regardless, that movie's like 2 years old. But anyway, they're like, that movie was booty, and I was like, you're fucking right, it was so bad. It's terrible. But then like a couple weeks ago, this is actual fact, I was cooking at a barbecue for my friends and all their kids, and one of their kids asked me to make them a big, huge burger, all the fixings. I hooked him up, and he grabbed that burger, and he looked at it, and he was like, man, this thing is bootylicious. And I knew he meant that as a compliment, because bootylicious has never meant anything bad. Also, I saw the look in his eyes as he was looking into that burger, and he got embarrassed when he realized I saw him. I was like, dude, don't be embarrassed. We will recognize this real, you know? Like, that is a look I know all too well. I have a food problem, guys. I love food. It's a problem. I'll give you an example. I went down a river float recently on the Cheat River. Meet the Cheat, if any of you guys have ever done it. It's a blast. I was late because I'm me. And so the way it works is you float down the river, you get off the river, meet under this pavilion, and they feed you and give you shuttle back to your vehicles. And so I did that, but because I was already late, I was like, might as well make a day of it. Let's drink while we're on the river too, you know? So I lost track of time, was having a great time out there. Lost track of time, get out of the river, start hiking over to the pavilion, and I was so hungry at this point. Like, all I could see was barbecue chicken. And I was walking over, and I was so hungry, I had no idea that those weren't the same people that were going down the river. I had taken so long that they had left, and an entirely new group was using the pavilion. And I had no idea that I was just about to invade this girl's high school graduation barbecue. I just was so hungry. And I can't imagine how they felt, because this large, drunk, shirtless man just climbs out of the river and just starts beelining into their food. And my friends were like, Cody. One of them had to throw a shoe at me. I was like, I'm sure they were scared. So, yeah, I have a food problem. I do. I refuse to, like, after smoking. Do we have any weed people here? Weed people? Yeah, Morgantown. Yeah, I'm a weed person. I read this crazy article about weed recently. It was like, it didn't say that. It actually just said that marijuana helps prevent Alzheimer's. That's what it said. Not But so yeah, it said, and that blew my mind because it was like, it helps your memory in the long term, but in the short term, like I'm walking into my kitchen, like, what am I doing here? So yeah, I don't eat after I smoke and drink anymore because I don't know how to stop. I don't. I stop when everyth's gone or I'm asleep, whichever happens first. And like, I'll give you guys an example. I went camping with my friends. We were whitewater rafting. We always tend to like build a big fire and drink around it afterwards, having a good time. We drink, everybody's gone to bed. I'm one of the last people up. I'm like, I'm gonna rummage through this cooler. While going through the cooler, I found this big ass bag of bacon that I guess we were gonna cook in the morning. Well, it was like pre-cooked. And I figured, they're just gonna slap it on the flat top, warm it up and serve the masses. I ate the entire bag. And I felt so guilty. I went to my friend's mom, who was like the matron of the event. I went to her and I was like, I ate all of your bacon last night. I'm so sorry. I'll go buy some like more bacon or some sausage or something and I'll cook it myself. I really apologize. And she was like, Cody, we didn't bring any bacon. And then my friend was like, who ate all of the dog treats? Apparently, I got so drunk, I ate an entire bag of dog bacon. No more of that for me. I had my son when I was really young. Me and his mom were both really young. I was 22, she was 20. I was way more somehow immature than I am now. It was really crazy because like when I was in my early 20s, I was a party animal, I was a wild man, and all of a sudden I had to like step up and be like a father to this infant. You know what I mean? I had to like start taking care of business and doing things, and it was just crazy. I felt like I was living a double life. It felt a lot like Batman. You know what I mean? But like instead of being like a billionaire playboy by day and a crime fighter by night, I was like a really poor father by day, and I got drunk and committed misdemeanors at night. So, same thing. People have asked me for parenting advice before, and I feel like I don't have answers. I don't know. I don't think anybody really does. If somebody's like, I'm a great parent, I'm like, fuck you, I don't trust you. I don't have answers. I think everything is trial and error. Anyway, I was explaining that to somebody once, but instead of trial and error, like I parent with trial and error, I said, I parent by using trial by fire. A completely different kind of parenting. Like if he burns, the mess was his, but if not, he's a witch! I'm not from West Virginia originally. I grew up in California, and I was kind of like a troubled teen. I was getting into a lot of trouble, skipping class a lot. So my dad was like, I was starting to dabble in drugs and stuff, and my dad was like, you're really scaring me. I want to get you away from your environment, so I'm going to send you to southern West Virginia, which everyone knows is the best place to go to avoid drugs. Honestly, it did help though. I'm not on drugs. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I don't do them. Like, at least not like habitually, maybe like special occasions. But anyway, I don't know. I love West Virginia. People all the time are like, yo, did you have like culture shock? Was it hard for you? And I got here and I was like, what are these exotic accents that I'm hearing? And now my son's like, hey, Daddy. Anybody here have roommates? Roommates? Couple of you. I do. I live with roommates because I'm poor. I love my roommates though. Like everyone's like, oh, living room with roommates sucks. I love it. My roommates are great people. They're great friends of mine. We're really close. I feel like it's way easier for them to or for me to have them as roommates than it is for them to have me as a roommate. Like for me, my concerns are like, they're a couple, so like every once in a while they'll have a little spat, or like they'll forget to do the dishes for like a week or something, and that's like my biggest concerns. And for them, like their biggest concern is that I come home every 3 months and get drunk and let the cat out. Oh, Kevin's gone. I guess it's spring now. Some kind of fucked up groundhog. So yeah, it's cool stuff. Cool stuff. I don't know. Do we have any weed people here? Weed people in the room? No? I'm a big fan of weed. Yeah. It's crazy. I read this recent article recently, and it was like, marijuana may help prevent Alzheimer's. No, it's crazy.